So everybody, so it's day 4 of SMA. I thought it was 3 almost, but no, day 4. I assembled the mic again, as you can see. It's pretty good. It actually has a little bump that you can see here because it had fell. I don't know if you can see it here, but the bump is like right there. That's why if I do like this, you see like a perfect shape. But if I show that part, that is right here, then yeah, it's like not so perfect. But it isn't super noticeable, so who cares? I also will not even use it. Like I think I'll just have it for the setup, so like there's something else, so it looks like more complete, I guess, and not as empty. But yeah, I'm not even gonna use it. Like it literally doesn't even have the cable that should go like here. There's no a wireless mic. So I'm not even gonna put the cable in because there's just a lot of echo where I am. I mean, this mic may not take in as much as the echo, but yeah, there is a lot of echo. But when I use this mic that I'm using right now, or the headset's mic right here, because it's so close to my mouth, or because of just how these microphones work, they don't take in as much of like the ambient noise. Meanwhile, this one, I'm sure I could set it up in a certain way, but yeah, they just, I tried, you know, yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. I should probably like do some things to, like minimize the echo, bro. But I probably would need to do so much that I can't be bothered right now. You know, I have a good setup, good lighting, good camera, good microphone quality as long as I use this or the headset mic. And really, this allows me to be even more free. Because like I don't even need to worry about it. I don't need to touch it. And so yeah, I don't worry about it. I will not worry about it. But yeah, today was a good day. I had 2 sales calls, and I also booked 2 sales calls for tomorrow. The ads are still going quite slow. We are hiring a setter tomorrow. So we already put a post on Upwork, and now we're going to be hiring a setter. Okay, so that's going to be really good. And tomorrow we should be hiring him. I mean, no hiring, but like finding the one and then train him, and then like a week he will start. But yeah, I mean, setting calls is really simple, like truly very, very simple. So we'll just hire him. I'll train him, and yeah, we'll just get a lot of good calls, and we just need to fix the ads. What I realized is I really need to record video ads. Like I was looking at my stats from last year, and we were getting. I may even be able to show it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it and show it to you. Actually, I'll pause this video real. Okay, so here I found it. Let me see how I do this. I think like this. Okay, give me a second. Okay, there we go. So now if we go here, yep, you can see so it's not fully tracked. We ran this for like a month, and this is only like a couple days. But anyways, you can see in September, we were doing image ads, and they would work well, sometimes for like a day. But then they would fatigue because we were also spending a lot. Like we were spending like $200 a day with my old partner, and the results were like as if we were running ads in English almost, bro. Like $10 cost per lead. It was not any cheaper. But then when we started running video ads, those would take a lot longer to fatigue. Like look at this, $1 cost per lead. And here, bro, I can't even tell you. I mean, that's like let's just do the math on that. That's like $52 divided by 35 leads, 1.48 bucks a lead, bro. 1.5. Like super cheap stuff, bro. Um, yeah, it was just really, really good. And here, I think also we got great results as well, right? 40 divided by 27. Let's just see what that is as well, just out of curiosity. Oh, 1.48. So here we got even better results than the other day. But yeah, as you can see, bro, and we're getting these people self-booking the intro calls as well. Like I got like 13 self-booked intros. I remember, bro, I was so overwhelmed. I had so many leads during this time, and we had no setter, no closer. So I was like just kind of overwhelmed by these leads, bro. I remember just not liking it at all. um, but yeah, I really like this grind though, even though it was a lot. and more leads than I could handle. Because I mean, by this point, I had like way more leads because you need to sum all of these together, plus some days that we didn't track the ads for some reason. And there were many more days. We did this for like a whole month. So it's probably till like October 20th. And bro, like those were hundreds and hundreds of leads. Like already here, I already had enough leads to like work for quite a bit. But then I got even more and more. And yeah, it was just a lot. But anyways, I just wanted to share that, and I wanted to share this as well because I was looking into it, which is the script that Dylan Wilson used in one of his videos, which is an angle to say Facebook ads. Right? It's like, okay, so you tried Facebook ads in the past, but they didn't work. Have you seen them work for any other contractors before? And like basically pre-handling that, because that's what I noticed on the two sales calls that I took today. They either wanted pay per close or they kind of were super skeptical of of freaking ads, bro. And so I thought of two ways of using this angle. I can either like use the exact same angle, or I can say, okay, so you tried Facebook ads in the past, but they didn't work. Have you seen them work? Like all of this is the same, right? For contractors, it's like most contractors say they're able to generate leads with Facebook. It's just that those leads don't convert. Would you say that's the case? Yeah. And so here there's two different angles. I can either do like a pay per appointment angle, where it's like, oh yeah, well that makes sense because if you're when you're getting leads, it's about either quantity or quality. Now, if you're paying somebody per lead or to optimize for the cheapest lead cost, what do you think you're gonna get? Quantity. Right. So what you're sacrificing? Quality. Yeah, right? Exactly. And at the end of the day, there's this phrase in Spanish which is like uh, the cheap ends up being expensive or something like that. Like lo barato sale caro, right? So cheap stuff ends up being expensive. And that's like a pretty used phrase in Spanish, right? So it makes sense. And, then there's like a little mini reframe there. But I basically tell them, like, we do pay per appointment, our goals are aligned. We also track what's the outcome of the appointment so that we are able to see, okay, hold on, this ad has like $15 cost per lead and this other ad has $40. What any normal agency would do is turn off the $40 ad and then you would just run like $15, get cheaper leads. But for us, maybe we track and we see that the one that's getting $40 cost per lead, maybe that one's getting more closed appointments, and we keep that up, and maybe we turn off the one for 15 and we only get you qualified leads instead of getting you a lot of leads that don't mean anything because they never buy, right? So like that's one angle that I think is decent. Now there's the angle that here Dylan is using, which is like basically like, is anybody willing to actually spend 10K, 20K with, or spend big money going to do that without a referral? Like exactly, because people they have together, they would, it's like, here, do you know any qualified homeowners in your area that don't already have a, I don't know, let's just say a contractor that they work with, right? Like anybody that wants to remodel a 20K home probably has a contractor that they all work with already, right? They don't want to just get a random contractor of a random generic Facebook ad, as it says here, you know? So it's just going to get you the unqualified people that want cheap jobs. But there's one loophole. Every year, there's tens of thousands of families that move into city who have no prior contractor connections. And they need a remodel ASAP because they're moving into the home and have the funds to make it happen. And so if we were able to virtually introduce you, blah, blah, and that would basically show them something like this, right? That you can target soon to move, right? So recently moved, interest, moving company, mortgage loans. I guess not the mortgage loans and the interest, but whatever, like you get what I mean. You can target the soon to move in the area, in the state. So that's also another angle. I think an angle like that would make a lot of sense. A lot of these people, they've been burned in the past, so they kind of want you to explain how this is different. Hold on, you will see a black screen for a second. Give me a sec. Here I am. So like a lot of these people, they've been burned in the past. So they kind of want to see like, bro, how is it that what you're doing is different? Like truly. And so you need to have a differentiating point. And so right now we're not doing the soon to move thing, but I'm gonna bring it up to Abdul so that we'll see. To is it Abdul, bro? I always mess it up. I don't remember if it's Abdul or Ahmed. Abdul. Okay. Bro, would have been funny if I messed it up again. Um, but I'm gonna bring it up to him because I mean, really, we could do that, and we may even get better results. But it's also proven to work, and the contractors won't really look into the ads. But of course, if they get the appointment and they realize that it's not like a soon to move appointment, then they'll realize that it's not exactly as we said. So that will be interesting. But anyways, that's some ideas that I have on the sales side because on the sales course that we're taking right now, I do definitely see that, or the two that I took, that yeah, I probably shouldn't have booked them in the first place because they did give a lot of resistance on the booking, those two in specific. But I booked them anyways. The two that I have for tomorrow, they look pretty solid. So we'll see if they show up. But right now I have 100% show rate, so that's good. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna go down eventually, but we're still having 100% show rate, dude. Like that's fire. Now it's just a matter of actually closing them. But I mean, I've only had a couple of appointments, and I would say the two that I had today, which didn't close, I don't even think they were qualified really from the money they were making because they were making less than 10K that month. And if you take away all the material costs, etc., if you look at profit, like they weren't making much profit at all. So I don't know how qualified they were in the first place, you know? And we didn't even like also these calls weren't even like a lot of objection handling or anything. It was just like, oh, so you don't do paper close. Okay, bye. Like it wasn't like that. It was a lot more amicable. In fact, I was the one that kind of hung up on them, to be honest. But yeah, these people, they would just, it's funny, bro, because they literally go like, respectfully, bro, but like I've been with a lot of marketing agencies. I've been burned many times. So like, cut the bullshit. What is it that you do? Like respectfully. And it's funny because they would say that like 20 times in the call. And they would say like respectfully, and they proceed to say like the most unhinged shit. It's funny, bro. Right now, we don't even have a company name with the business, which is kind of funny. So the idea is to have a company name so that I can actually build some kind of YouTube and like some kind of content. Because like that's what I've been meaning to do. But Abdul was like, oh yeah, I need to buy the domain and decide on the company. It's like, bro, freaking decide on the company name. Like it doesn't matter at all. But just tell me so I can say on the videos, yeah, I'm from this company, and I can change the YouTube name and I can change the Instagram and the Facebook name. Like I don't know, it doesn't make any sense, bro. That's one thing that I'm not like 100% liking right now. But I'm also at fault myself because I do the same thing sometimes. But it's like he doesn't do things at the speed that we should, right? So like I tell him, hey bro, contact support for this issue on Facebook and like do this other thing and do this other thing and whatever. And sometimes he does take a little longer, which I mean, fair enough, bro. Like he does have things to do, he does have a family and whatever. And like I understand it. It's not like I'm complaining. It's just like if there's one thing to improve right now, it's that. And we'll work on it. I'm sure he also has things that he thinks I could improve. Definitely, when I'm setting, I'm calling the leads many times and usually I'm calling them within the first 5 minutes, but sometimes I'm not, and sometimes the speed to lead is trash. So there are definitely many things that we could both improve. But yeah, I'm just pointing that out because that is one of the things where, bro, like we need a freaking company name. Like, come on. Right now we're basically using his Facebook page, but I have a Facebook page with like 1,000 followers, and then an Instagram page with also like 700 or 800 followers. And it's much better to advertise from those because they will at least have some credibility than if you have a page with like 10 followers and then run an ad. Because I mean, they are typically gonna click on the ad, maybe they fill the information, but then they check you out, right? Like eventually at some point they're going to check you out if they're going to do business with you. So it doesn't make sense to have a 10 follower page and to have no content at all. Like right now, if they search us, they couldn't find us. And we're a marketing agency, so we kind of should be doing a bit better than that. You know, like I know a lot of people will say it doesn't matter, but it's like just it's not congruent, bro. Like sure, maybe your website doesn't matter, your YouTube, your Instagram, your Facebook may not matter. Sure, you can close people without that, but like it doesn't make sense though from a business standpoint that you're selling them marketing and hopping on calls and being like, oh, you don't have a website. Oh, like you don't have any Facebook page. Oh, I see. That may be part of the issue, or whatever, and like sitting down, and then you yourself are not doing it. It's like, but yeah, we'll solve it. It's the fourth day, so but things could go faster though, and I definitely want them to go faster. I definitely have big goals with this, so we'll see. We'll see how they progress. This video ends up being long, anyways. But bro, but I didn't have to record it like 4 times, like last video, at least, because last video I don't know, there were always some problems with the audio or something was happening. I wouldn't hit record. But yeah, that is basically it. I took those 2 sales calls. They were just complaining that they had been burned many times. They were just complaining about the same thing kind of over and over. And I would try to handle it, but it's like it wouldn't really land. I don't know why. I definitely need to work on it. There are many things that I need to work on. And today I'm gonna stay up late, just kind of like listen to many videos. There's this guy, Aaron Brewer, that I was literally watching a video from. You could probably see it when I share my screen. Um, and he does a lot of sales training for agencies. And I think as an agency, there are a couple things that you could/should do different than normal NEPQ. Because normal NEPQ, for example, in solution awareness, it is more of like, okay, so what have you tried in the past? No, it's like, have you been looking at other companies to blah blah? I think it's more made for like, I mean, it definitely works for all solutions, but I think the way it works is just more for like BizOp in general. It's like, okay, so have you been looking at other companies to like start your SMMA? Oh yeah, I have. Oh, and did you end up going with any of them? Oh, I went with this company. Oh, and how did it go? Oh yeah, or a company to scale your SMMA, let's say. Oh yeah, they didn't get good results. This happened, blah blah. Oh, and why? Like, were other people in the program getting results? Yeah, yeah, I guess they were. There were some testimonials. Okay, so I guess like if there were some testimonials, like why weren't you getting results though? And then you will get like a real reason. But with these people, because it's done for you, you get into like, okay, like if other people are getting results, like why weren't you? And they're kind of like, well, I don't know. I mean, I wonder if the testimonials were even real, bro. It's like I don't really know where to go from there because I mean, fair enough. Like some people do fake testimonials, um, but yeah, like of course there are some frames you can do, like the relationship frame, where, like have you had a relationship in the past that didn't work out, and after that did you stop trying to date ever again? Well, no, of course not. Right. It's like, are you just gonna stop a bad previous relationship, business relationship with a marketing agency, stop you from like finding the right one? Well, no, of course not. Right. It's like that frame makes sense, but you also kind of got to show them like how it's different, like, and also like ask it in a different way, like, I don't know. That's at least what I think. Like, I think doing that little thing that Dylan did on the solution awareness when I'm overviewing their past mistakes and their past failures, I think that makes a lot of sense. And that's what I will probably implement from now on. But yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. Um, we just get a same thing as yesterday, really, that I said. Fix the ads and hire a setter. But I think we're definitely going to be hiring the setter. And the ads, bro, we're getting them running. I'm going to buy a green screen to start recording ads, a lot of ads, because as I showed on that, like the CPL when we were running video ads was just amazing. And this one ad that we have right now, I don't think it's that good, TBH. I think that's probably a big part of the issue. The hook is not that good. It's just like kind of like the offer, and the offer is just like 50 guaranteed estimates, which is like not that great. If I do a paper appointment hook, it will be better. But anyways, that's it. May God bless you all.